Right there, folks, and welcome back to Are We There Yet? We check in again. We're still with the Clyde. The money continues to dwindle as, well, there's just no money in the Scottish League, is there? Even if you sell a player for $250,000, unless you don't employ any players or staff, you're not going to make any money. Or rather, you're going to struggle with your money. So we're down to 77,000. Basically, in 3 months, we've spent our way through 200k. Yeah. All fine there, not my problem. Apparently, though, we still have 49, nearly 50k in the transfer budget, and a good amount, around £400 in wages available per week. Should we wish to do it, we use it, which we will not. System maintains the same, and that's why. So, you last saw us take Peterhead out. We then managed a 3-2 after extra time victory over Airdrie. It didn't look likely. Until we managed to score 71st minute. John Smith equaliser, cancelling out Luke Donnelly's early goal for Airdrie. Then we won in extra time. McKendry and again Smith, and Connor Higgins' consolation proved fruitless. Then it was an away win, 2-1 at Stranraer. It was 10 minutes for finally we got a red card in our favour. We took the lead and were pegged back. But then it was Mark McBride, just 10 minutes on the clock, well, 9 minutes. Then Lewis Small, but then John Smith gave us the lead just before half-time. And that's how it ended, despite Liam Dick's red card late on. A 3-1 home win over Airdrie. We played Airdrie a lot already this season. There's no penalties in this one, thankfully. We took an early lead through Robbie Fleck, but John Ross, the man who scored all those penalties, he pulled it back. But then just before half-time again, Dingwall and Smith took the game to put it to bed. Then a 4-2 away win over Arbroath. This was pleasing, especially since we lost Sean Rooney, who's a new boy. This was his debut. Great scenes. So yeah, he was dismissed, but we managed to fight back and score 4 goals without having an extra man on the pitch, which was excellent. John Smith with 2, Russell Dingwall and Ross Quinn. You might be wondering why we signed Sean Rooney. Sean Rooney is a right wing back. The reason being, he's actually not too bad. He was picked up by the scouting team as an idea, and he's not on too much. So he definitely adds to the squad if he can maintain his position on the pitch for more than 25 minutes. The reason we signed him, though, Mick Ward sadly picked up a broken leg in training. He's out 4 to 6 months. That's probably the end of his season for us. He's actually a really good option from Celtic, and I really liked him. He scored 2 goals in 11 for us, decent performances. He obviously was going to grow, and he was going to make that right. He was going to become a wing back, but not to be. Ross Quinn is the man who scored there late on. Not as good, but he is ours at least. So if he does improve, at least we're improving our own players. Other than that, we've still got lots of players who are on the wings. I think we'll look to sell a couple of, all of these probably, given where we are in the league table. We're currently top, 28 points from our 13 games, 6 points clear of second place Peterhead, more importantly 10 points clear of Airdrie in 5th. Today it is Forfar. We always beat Forfar, or do we? Let's hope we find out. I'll see you pitch side in just a second. Right, so let's just tell the lads then, we expect to win to keep the good run going. That's important for us as Dingwall gets us underway in our traditional white and red accented kit. Just a few minutes on the clock now. A throw in for Forfar, tackled by Quinn, who he's not going to be sent off, is he, for that? I mean, it didn't look much. Difficult to tell on 2D. He may have flown in. We haven't really got any right back options, and he is sent off for apparently a 2-footed lunge from the youngster. We're struggling because we don't really have any other options. It comes to a point where you have to start playing wingers as wing backs, and it doesn't seem like Loveridge's bag to me. What we'll do is we'll try and, it means we have to sacrifice Fleck very early. We'll put McLean there. He's got a lot of experience. Hopefully he can use that and be better. That's a really disappointing start, and it's going to be difficult for us now to do anything. We did survive with 10 men in the last game, but I doubt we'll manage to do that today. Forfar a better side than they were last year. Hamilton goes long. McBride will chase it down. We are dangerous. Crossed in. Dingwall's there. He puts in the back of the net. Russell Dingwall. It's a lovely run and cross from McBride, who created the opportunity. There's that white bar straight down, and it's gone. It was Hamilton's long ball into that area, and that's what I mean when I say this system is a bit more hit and hope. It's a bit more lower league, probably, in that it's a bit of an even split. What's the word? It's a leveller, because anyone can run after the ball and kick it in the back of the net, kick and rush. That's that's fine by me. Still 10 minutes in, 1-0, but we do have that man disadvantage is going to tell. Fitness-wise, will play into it. There's a lot of extra running now that needs to be done, and 2 games running you're probably going to feel it. You could probably get away with it in 1 game, but to do it in 2, I don't know. Yet again, we on the wrong side of a dismissal of a referee's decision, although it seemed pretty clean cut this time. As Watt will bring it away, and it's Smith and Curry's there, well positioned to make that save, and Forfar get nothing for that attack. Goal kick by Curry now. We're just 10 minutes from the half. Mackenzie finds McBride. He does like this channel, McBride. Can he get the ball in? He can. Smith arrives, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. Disappointing. Should have probably scored. We're throwing now. We're just a few minutes away from the break. John Smith had that momentary chance, and that's a good dribble, good movement to the ball, but then a pretty woeful strike from the young man. Well, that's half time then. So it's difficult to know what to say. We've got to keep the performance levels up. It's as I say, there's a lot of running to be done. The pitch is wet. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be like running through treacle for a lot of these lads as the time goes on. Dingwall, though, good touch. Opens the space up, crosses back post. Surely McBride, 2-0. Lovely ball in by Dingwall. A man that we dismissed readily last year, and in all honesty, we were probably right to do so. His performances were substandard, but then we were comparing him to McCluskey. Makes me think what McCluskey might have done in a 3-man attack. But now is the time to use it. We didn't have good wingers. Keeper in no man's land, and McBride just slots into the open net. And we scored early in the first half, early in the second half. Let's hope we can keep all the remaining 10 men on the pitch for the rest of the game and see this one out, as Watt stands over this free kick just a few minutes after our second. Be a bad time to concede as they skip round, and Curry looks like he should have saved that one. He was there, and then the ball just ended up past him. I'll be interested to see this one, unless it's a high effort into the corner. That's really disappointing for us if Curry has made an error there. You can see McRae has a lot of time on this edge of the area. No tackle goes in from number 8. That's Miller. And then, it's just side-footed. And, Curry's got to take responsibility there. He's there quick enough and doesn't palm the ball away as he should do. Dingle crosses, but this time it's cleared, and suddenly we feel a little bit vulnerable. The one man in midfield is going to have to do a lot of running. We might have to sub him off. McBride, though, good first touch. Scores! McBride, second of the game, and that should really, really knock their confidence after pulling one back. They'll have been G'd up by that, but to concede so pretty much straight away, heads will go down, hopefully. It's a good ball by Mackenzie. A great first touch from McBride, that is. And then skips inside, tight angle, drives it behind the goalkeeper on his near side. And we take a 3-1 lead on the hour mark. Fantastic to see. Corner ball now, McLean's cross. McKendry heads over the crossbar. Should have probably done better. Should have been at least hitting the target with corners like that. They got all the momentum running onto the ball. And you can see there the space in the middle of the park as Watts on this left side. He's been a thorn in our side all day. And Smith hits the crossbar. It's crossed back in. It's surely a goal, is it? No. Blair makes amends for that earlier mistake, in my opinion, when he let that goal in. I think we'll look to make a couple of changes, or at least a change. This referee clearly enjoys a good red card, so we'll get MacArthur on for Miller. Not as good in the role, but fresh legs. It's a lot of running, and we certainly don't want him booked, given that MacArthur's literally been on the field 2 seconds and picks up a card. I don't know. This referee. I'm sure Quinn deserved the red, but, we can't clear our lines. Watt crosses again. McRae tipped. Well, I thought he was tipped over the bar, but no, he's missed from a yard out, basically. We've had to rely on some good fortune. Who's actually committed the foul here? Who's on the way? Well, Ward is sent off. He doesn't play for us, and that makes it 10 aside. I thought MacArthur was the man who was guilty of some infringement there. I was a bit concerned, but not this time. I think what we'll do, John Smith's had one of the games to forget, so we'll get Loveridge on, And we'll put Dingwall in the middle. Loveridge he's not really a striker, but he is a right attacking mid. So, you know, that's essentially where he's going to spend a lot of his game in this system. So, it shouldn't really be any different. Should be a busman's holiday for him. And it looks like we're going to record the W. Free, cool. I don't even know what it was. A free kick corner. And it comes to nothing. We're played over the allotted time already. That should be game. Kennedy on this left side goes long. McKendry will pick it up. Well, he would have done if there was time. But no, it's final whistle. 3-1. We always beat 4-4. We do this time. We didn't last time. Tell the boys not to get complacent. A couple of lads seem demotivated. I don't know why you'd be confused about being told not to let it get to your heads. I mean, it's pretty logical not to allow success to get to your head. You can't be praised all the time, lads. Cretins. But no, happy days, pleased with that. Another win. Again, it's runs though, isn't it? It's when we start to lose, that's when our character is really tested. We're a 6-point lead, 11 points clear now of 5th place Livingston it is now. And yeah, it looks promising, doesn't it? 14 games played, and we're well on our way. We've got a ban there to deal with Ross Quinn, and he'll probably be banned for... I don't think there's any kind of after panel review or anything, so it'll just be the 1 game as opposed to 3 for violent conduct, as you might otherwise expect. So that's November's game dealt with. Obviously, we've got our cup quarter final. We're getting points all the time for this. We managed to get through against Airdrie, as I said. Livingston in the next round, and we've got Canby in the Scottish Cup 3rd round. So plenty of points on offer and our success stories. But it will be Canby in the league on the 5th of December that we next catch up on the channel. Do pop a like on the video and subscribe for more content. I'll see you again on the very next video. Goodbye.